Am I in the center? What are you gonna do? You know? It's hard to tell. I mean, it looks center, feels center, but you know what? Maybe it's that. And I'm also not lined up. It doesn't matter. Whatever. Guys, welcome back to Full Circus. My name is Tristan Sartors. Pump the brakes. Yes, my name is Tristan Sartors, but I decided to remove my name from the podcast logo and the official podcast title. Why? I'm something of a grammar boy. You know that song from Living Colour? I'm a grammar boy. Whoa! I did not know for the longest time that it was Glamour Boys. We're the Glamour Boys. I was like, he's a grammar boy. So I always thought they were like, yeah, you should freaking hit the books, study. It was all about IQ. It was not. But I wanted everything to look more reminiscent of the logo and the skateboard, and I decided it looks fresh, and we're reinventing ourselves, okay? It's never too late to start freaking, I don't know, dressing for the occasion, all right? So that's how I'm feeling. So I will keep saying my name at the beginning, but I want it to be less about me, all right? And I think that's maturity. I think that's growth for me to go, hey, the podcast isn't all about me. I mean, come on. But if I take my name out of the title, it looks like I don't think it's about me out loud. But we know where I stand. We know where my arrogance and ego really shines, and that is 24/7. But regardless, this is still Full Circus. I'm still Tristan Sartors, and I'm still happy to be here with you guys today. Now, we're recording this a bit later than I would have loved. I got ready, dude. I got all jazzed and psyched up to do this show like I normally do. Started singing Rainbow Connections at the top of my lungs. Why are there so many songs about rainbows? For about 45 minutes. And that's my typical routine. You know, just to kind of get me in the mood. But then the power went out, dude. There was a whole freaking tornado warning. I don't think there was any tornadoes, but they were blaring the sirens. The silence. It was anything but. What do you think that means? They were blaring them, and it was pretty loud. So even if the power didn't go out, it would have been inconvenient to record over that. You think it's over, and you go, yeah, dude, how many? We get it. We got the gist. And quite honestly, if you didn't hear it during the one freaking 5-minute, then you deserve to get caught up in it. All right, listen to the sounds. How come there's not an Amber Alert for that? All right, if you're gonna blare it over there, just say, "Hey, tornado warning." I got nothing on my phone. Heard nothing about it. But I guess that's kind of inconvenient. What if you're deaf? What do you do? And they're not giving out any sort of visual aid to be like, "Hey, tornado." You gotta wait. You're like, "Ooh, a twister." But anyways, there was no tornado, but somehow a power line fell over. No rain. Winds were fine. And knocked out all the power, and it sucked, dude. It sucked, because not only was there no rain or no wind, that means it wasn't cool out. It was still hot. Sun was shining, and it knocked out my AC. How is that fair? I would prefer it. Okay, look, I'm not saying I want any bad things to happen, but I would prefer if there was a colossal cataclysmic event with no victims. All right, is that too much to ask for? Like if a house just spun up in the air and then we went, oh, that sucks. Now we understand why all our power went out. But it just, I don't know, a screw got loose. Oh, guess we're gonna be out for hours. But it's fine, guys. It's fine. We moved on. C'est la vie. What are you going to do about it? Power's been restored. Let there be light. And so on and so forth. Now, that being said, I've been trying to get dialed in with my health, man. Now that I finally got that sleep schedule under control, it's time to really, just steer this course. I've been falling off the wagon, and I keep getting back on. You know, I'm not like I fall off. I'm like, all right, I'm still with you. And I kind of pull myself back up. I'm not getting lost in the distance and going, Stella, and watching them ride off Amishville. But anyways, man, yeah, I've been trying to get down. I even bought this little basket right here. See this? This was my plan. I was going to load this up with snacks and have it in the background for every episode of the show. I'd be like, okay, here are the snacks. And look, I have not indulged in any of them. And I did load them up, but then the power went out, and as you can see, there's nothing here. So it is empty, and what I thought was going to be a point of pride for me and a showcase of my discipline and resilience and willpower is the complete opposite of that. It is just a reminder of my failures. And I'm not going to I just paid for the basket. I'm not going to take it down now. So we'll refill it for the next episode. And then each week we'll tune in. We'll go, hey, check out the snack basket. The snasket's in. What's going on? Anything? Has he been, nibbling? Has he been getting after his little sweet tooth? Yeah, it's tough, dude. It's tough. And I try. Here's the thing, man. I'm so good throughout the day, but it's the nighttime that kills you, all right? No one is more confident or persuasive in the nighttime than me, dude, okay? I am the most confident in my self-esteem, my body, my physique, all right? During the day, I'm like, dude, you're so fat. You got to get it locked in. You got to get dialed. You got to get better. But nighttime comes around, I'm like, not too shabby, dude. I deserve a treat. That's how it goes. And I'm so persuasive. I'm like a lawyer. Your Honor, why shouldn't my sweet boy deserve a snack? I mean, look at the pecs on this guy. Has he not earned it? I'm like, well, he's got a point here. It's like you got a freaking devil on your shoulder going, you should get a snack. And then you look over and there's just another devil that goes like, he's right, you should. And you're like, all right, well, who's to say? Everybody's on board here. No one is around to contradict these statements. So, I don't know. I gotta maybe I gotta start the intermittent fasting, I guess. People love that. Intermittent fasting. They just really say like you should eat 12 hours. Like that's a bare minimum. But I feel like that's a pretty low standard. That's a low goal. Eat from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. That doesn't really solve my issues. I need to have like a 4-hour window fast. Okay, I fast for 20. I cram all my food within 4 hours from 8 p.m. to midnight. I'm fat. I'm gluttonous, but I'm still in the freaking physique range. And get after it. Okay, but it's tough. It's tough. I'm too smart. I'm too persuasive. I'm too charming. I'm too self-loving. That's the problem. I need more grit. I need more mirrors. I guess I need more mirrors. We'll see. I don't know. But again, you just right around when the sun goes down, and maybe that's a problem. Like when the lights are bright and I can see myself, I go, ooh, fix that. When when the lights are off, dude, I'd say I look pretty good. But yeah, it's tough. I bought 3 wetsuits, man. Bought one too small. Bought another one too small. Bought a third one too small. And that's when I really decided it's time. It's time to turn this ship around. Okay, because I want to do this little surf trip, this little surf extravaganza. And I wanted a wetsuit for it. And I refuse to buy a 4th wetsuit. I will not return the 3rd one. Actually, I haven't returned any of them. And that's a whole other issue in and of itself. But I will not return. I will not buy a 4th wetsuit. You know how embarrassing that is? This one, all right, I scaled up. All the dimensions are right, all right? By all accounts and purposes and intents and freaking schematics of fit me, it should work out, but it hasn't. And I'm just going to decide, instead of just buying another one, I'm going to lock in, guys. All right? And I have locked in. Don't look at the basket. All right? I've locked in since the power has been back on. I've been dialed. Let me say that much. Okay? Again, when the lights are on, I'm crazy, dude. Yeah, I can't wait, dude. I wanna go surfing. I yearn for the ocean, man. I yearn for it. I want it. It's tough. You're just a Midwestern boy. All I know is corn. I don't know what the waves are. I don't know what salt water, sand. Never heard of her. We're trying. But this project I've been working on, it was supposed to be ending. And here's I've talked about this in general with like being reliable. When you're like, hey, can you help us move spontaneously? And this last Saturday, any way you could squeeze that in? You go, for sure. I'll do it. And you make time to be the good guy. And you think that would be like, well, thanks, good guy. We'll let you rest now. Okay, you did a good work. You helped us out. You bailed us out. You're always there for us. We're going to let you rest. But instead, they go, well, he's so reliable. We can really depend. Come back, good guy. Come back. We're going to move again. We're going to do this. We're going to do the concrete. We're going to build a wall. We're going to build a fence. We're going to do some yard work. Step around, good guy. Step around. And you keep coming back. So while I'm very proud to say that apparently my work has been well received and they keep adding more episodes to the project, I what was that song? It wasn't technically the ocean, but you guys got the gist, okay? It's all about actions, charades. But yeah, I really want to go, and we'll see if I even get around to that now. Also, I got to get acclimated to the sun, dude. I mean, I talked about getting sun scorched. It was not a burn, dude. This was a freaking searing. And I talk a big game. I'm Italian, dude. I don't really burn, man. I do freaking the Melanis or whatever, the Mediterranean, the olive glow. I do burn. All right, talking a big game. What's up, son? Where'd you go? Oh. And I forgot how awful the freaking peeling is, dude. Like after it stops, it like shrivels up and you're just like this sun leather, man. I mean, I look like I'm wearing a leather jacket, like a freaking smoking jacket, and I'm just shirtless, okay? And it peels and it's gross, and you keep showering, you keep scrubbing it off, and you're just flaking and you feel like you're withering away. And you are. And it's just sad. I gotta get ready. I gotta get ready for the sun. And I don't know how to do that other than to go on and get out there. Or wear sunscreen, I guess. It's funny that was my first thought was, dude, I gotta get acclimated to this pain. It's like, what if you just take the precautions? Way over my head. Does not come up at all. What else is going on, dude? Oh, I will say this. Sports media sucks, dude. Okay, sports media is crazy, especially like online, Instagram, Twitter, like social media with sports news. It's out of control because it's all about clicks. You know, before it was in the newspaper, it's like, hey, throw out the article, whoever reads it. All right, you can't really get more attention. Click, get on my website. I don't even know how it works. CRMs, typical clicks, media, news, time, run line, whatever. But you can tell how desperate they are to just get more and more people to just, you don't even got to read the article, but just click on it. And it's been out of control because Shedeur Sanders, I mean, it's just every 4 seconds as they're going through minicamp, like counting down. I've nothing necessarily for or against Shedeur. I mean, I want him to succeed. I want every Browns QB to succeed. I mean, I talked myself into Kevin Hogan, dude. Okay, I'm a desperate Browns fan, and I want Shedeur to succeed. And it was already out of control, you know, they're like counting his statistics in training camp and whatever. But now he got pulled over for speeding, and they're talking about him like he's just it was like the worst, you know, just because they want people to click on it, and they go, this should be a devastating look in the mirror. Should the Browns consider releasing Shedeur Sanders? He went 101 miles per hour in a 60. Okay, now I'm not endorsing speeding, but who hasn't gone triple dig down 71? It happens, dude. Okay, now I don't know if Shedeur's going to be the guy. I don't know if he will. Again, I thought Kevin Hogan might be our freaking savior. All right, I'm willing to really attach my bags to anybody who may complete a pass, but it's just kind of, it's out of control. They don't, and no one really cares, and they're just making a bigger stink out of everything, man. It's tough. Here's the thing, though. They didn't even do that for like Deshaun Watson. Like, could Deshaun Watson be the savior of the Browns? All right. Shedeur went 41 miles per hour over the limit. Deshaun Watson had 41 cases against him. And they're like, oh, well, what if he plays good? I don't know. It's tragic, dude. It's tragic. But hey, look, again, I'm not excusing it, but we don't even know what song he was listening to. All right. And I think that plays a big factor in speeding, quite honestly. You know, I think that should be one of the first questions they ask. When they roll up on you and then knock on the window, you know, it shouldn't be like, well, do you have any idea how fast you were going? Instead, they should be asking, well, what song were you listening to? All right, because that plays a big factor in what you're doing. You know, if you pull up on someone and he goes, well, I was listening to Freebird, and they go, you were only going 101? That's like 115 and above, son. You got to freaking okay? Now, if you get pulled over and he goes, well, I was listening to Barry Manilow. He goes, oh. Well, what song? You know, because we might give you Copacabana, but if you're like, I was listening to I Write Songs, you go, well, I'm going to write this ticket. It's not fair, man. I think there should be certain parameters for what music you're listening to. And excuse it, there is a bug that has just crawled away. Wow. But anyways, a big bunch of hullabaloo, okay? And I saw the video, too, all right? They got the dash cam footage. It was an open road, all right? He was enjoying a little time. Good kid. I hope the best for him. And honestly, I hope he keeps speeding. I would like the quarterback to have a little bit of an edge, all right? You got to live in the fast lane to be a QB, all right? You think those defenders are going the speed limit? No. Defensive lineman, Aaron Donald, all right? Guy like that comes at you quick. You got to know, dodge traffic. Anyways, I just it's a little bit upsetting because we haven't seen him play yet. And if he is good, and they're like trying to talk him out of town, what if the Browns release him and he ends up being great? Like, well, but he sped that one time. Whatever, man. Whatever. What else is happening? I will say there was an interesting case where I was not in the Dollar Tree, so this can't technically be a tale from the Dollar Tree, but it can be a tale from the Dollar Tree parking lot where I had just come out, bought a bunch of snacks for my snasket, and I get pulled up on by this guy, and he's holding a bunch of comic books. He goes, "Excuse me, sir." He's got a little bit of a rash going. He's scratching on his neck. He's a little bit twitchy. He says, "Do you like comic books?" And I say, "I love them." But he's like, "Well, I got all these comic books here, and they're all like off-brand. I've never even heard of them. I don't know what the superheroes were. It was just like Stickman and Armpit Guy or something." And I was like, "Whoa, what's that?" So he was trying to sell me these comic books, and normally I'm really good at lying and get out of these situations, but I'm holding a bag of groceries, so clearly I have money on me, and I say, "I'm sorry, I don't have anything on me." And I look down, and he looks down, and I look back up at him. And he's like, "All right, well, I'll see ya." And I felt so bad, dude. I felt so bad. All right. Now, like, if you're going to not give money to people, at least lie respectably, Tristan. Gosh dang it. And I felt so guilty. All right. So this isn't even a weird person in the Dollar Tree parking lot. This is a weird person in me. You got to be stronger, dude. It's just have the courtesy. All right. They're not going to respect your space, but they're going to show up and they're going to ask and you're going to decline naturally. But at least go, "I'm sorry, I can't, and this is the honest, technically reason." Or at least you can't prove otherwise. I'll tell you what else. I went to, like, when people camp at the little exit ramp on the highway? I didn't mean to. It was hot out, okay? So I hit the AC, and my windows were down, and I'm right up there. And now he's looking at me, and it looked like he was about to get up and say something. And I was just kind of, like, checking the peripheral vision. But what I was doing was rolling my windows up to lock that air in, but it looked like he was, "Excuse me, sir." Now that wasn't bad enough. The reason was so that I could enjoy the nice cool air while he was sweating it out. I feel so bad, man. Again, not for not giving, all right? I give plenty, all right? I get suckered into it more often than I would like, but if I'm gonna get out of it, I would like to get out of it with a fake good cause. I'm like, "Oh, you're one of us. We understand. We get it." What I've been doing recently, and maybe I go too far in this direction, is then people say, "Hey, man, do you have a few dollars on you?" I go, "I'm sorry, I just lost it all gambling on FanDuel." And then they go, "Oh, I'm sorry, man." And I go, "Yeah, it's get them next time, right? Go Oilers." And they go, "Okay." And I don't know if that's the right strategy because now, like, one, I'm lying. 2, I'm not helping them out. And then 3, now they're apologizing to me. But I was just trying to level the playing field and go, "Hey, look, we're both, this thing suck." Now I'm technically playing a character, but I don't know, man. I'm trying different tactics. I'm trying different defenses, and I'm trying different ways to approach life. I don't know if all of them are right, okay? I don't ever say that everything I do is correct. I say that I'm trying to figure it out. But anyways, I really feel bad about that comic book guy. And then I'll say this, man. The next day, okay, the comic thing was 2 days ago. Then yesterday, I found a lone comic book about 400 yards from the parking lot by the lake. Okay, and there was a lone comic book with blood next to it. No traces, no nothing, and I don't know if that was the comic book guy or not. I can't stop thinking about it, like, was that him? What happened to the comic book? Why was it laying around? And I kind of waited like a detective, like I'm trying to figure out maybe someone's coming back for it. No one ever did. I start flipping through the pages thinking maybe there was clues, little bit of a trail of blood right by. Where was it? What was it for? Where is that guy? Did his rash clear up? These are the questions that I've been plagued by, and I don't have the answers to, man. So I'm fascinated, and also, what if someone was after him and he was selling those because he needed some money? And maybe they weren't like obscure comic books. Maybe they were like really, niche ones, and they were going for a lot of money. He needed protection, needed a bodyguard. And instead I went, sorry, man, I don't know sports. Shame on me, man. Shame on me. I'm just really feeling in the dumps, man. Feeling really, I gotta get out there. Gotta get back out there, dude. I'm gonna start giving money to everybody if I can make it diff, you know? Is there anything else that's happening? Not really, dude. I went to the comedy club. I saw a blind guy perform. Phenomenal. He did crazy good. However, when your time is up on the stage, they flash the little light, pss, 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 get off. He's blind. And nobody says anything, and they're kind of like murmuring, like, why is he getting on the stage? You're like, half his jokes are about being blind. What do you mean, why is he not acknowledging the light? So then eventually someone goes, hey, your time's up. And I go, holy crap, dude. Like, he didn't know. So then it became a whole debacle, and they had to kind of go and apologize to the guy. Like, dude, all right, calm down. He was like, all right, so I'm being a blind comic. Like, you freaking, see the light? And at no point, no one goes, wait a minute, what? So that was a tricky one. Felt bad for the guy. Other than that, not much is really going on, dude. Just been selling a lot of things on Marketplace, cars, vehicles, things that I've got. Like, all right, we just freaking let's move. Okay, let's all exhale this crap, or I'll throw it away. I don't really even care. But if they'll take it, take it. I'm not a good seller, I found though. Because Marketplace, dude, people are tricky. Marketplace is kind of like flirting. You're kind of like dating with these people. You gotta be very subtle. Is this available? Like, well, it could be. You gotta play hard to get. You can't be like, yes, it is. Come take it. Hurry, please. And I've tried that, and they go, whoa, you're too desperate, man. All right. I want to be chased. I want someone to try and be, hey, man, can I have it, please? So you got to be careful, dude. It is a tricky game to play and not one that I have mastered in the slightest. So we'll see how that goes. If there's more snacks in the basket next episode, that means I'm doing better, and I'll report back on whether or not I have sweet-talked these suckers into taking this walking pad that I got the freaking walking pad, all right? It's a little standalone treadmill. I thought, hey, I'll walk inside, and I haven't, all right? And I've walked plenty inside, but I'm not going to walk standing still. I thought I was going to set that in just front of the TV and just watch SportsCenter or something. Haven't used it once. One time. I'll go outside, or I'll walk back and forth. I'll jump rope. In fact, I think I'll do anything but use this thing. So it is a regrettable purchase, and unfortunately, people are more self-aware than I am when trying to buy that. Like, I won't use that. Why would I use that thing? I was like, it's half off. Just take it. All right, fine. I'll throw it away. Just have it. Go on. I don't need it. It's tricky. Not a salesman. Was a salesman. Not great. Anyways, guys, I think that's pretty much all we got to talk about today. Hope you're having a beautiful day. Hope you're having a beautiful time. Hope your power is still on. And if it's off, I hope something terrible happened, but not to anybody. All right? And that's the kind of neutral chaos that I like to wish for. It's not good. It's not bad. I'm not wishing anybody prospers, and I'm not wishing that anybody falls victim to some sort of tragedy. But I'm just wishing things get a little crazy, but safely. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you in the next episode. This has been Full Circus, but not Full Circus with Tristan, of course, even though it's been with the Tristan, but it doesn't matter. Guys, semantics!